Welcome to another episode of D&D Quick Tips, advice for players and dungeon masters. Today we have another combat tip for both players and DMs, and it's about choke points. Choke points are features of a battlefield that force combatants to funnel into a narrow passage, usually a doorway or a corridor. Now, as a general rule, you want to make use of a choke point when there are more melee attackers on the enemy team than on your team, in order to reduce their manpower advantage. The ultimate goal of using a choke point is to limit the number of enemies that can attack you at the same time. Let's take, for example, our group of 4 stalwart heroes fighting a group of 4 dastardly villains. Man, look how dastardly those guys look. So dastardly. Alright, our Dragonborn fighter and Halfling rogue are our melee combatants, and in this first case, all the villains are melee. This is effective use of a choke point by our heroes, because all 4 heroes can strike the villains, but only 2 villains can strike the heroes. Case 2. All of our villains are ranged combatants. In such a case, they wouldn't funnel into the corridor, they would stay outside and strike from a distance. If our heroes continue to stubbornly use the choke point, then it plays to the villain's advantage, because all 4 villains can strike the heroes, but only 2 heroes can strike the villains. Of course, there are all manner of complicating factors that can change when and how to most effectively use choke points. There are even ways to use choke points offensively rather than this defensive usage that I've just outlined, but this is D&D Quick Tips, not D&D 5-hour seminar. Just remember, in general, if the enemy team has more melee combatants, use the choke point. Otherwise, it can work against you. That's it for today. If you've got a topic you'd like me to cover in an upcoming quick tip, leave me a comment, send me a message, or email me at riker@gmail.com. Stay frosty.